Hello there, today I will be showing you how to make your Minecraft days longer on Bedrock Edition. Since apparently my video for Java Edition includes some commands that are not available on Bedrock. This fix is, however, luckily quite simple and arguably easier to make than my previous edition. So let's get to it. So the things that you see in my hotbar now are the things that you're going to be needing for this video. We have a redstone torch, some redstone, a repeater, a daylight sensor, and a bed, of course, to test if it's working or not. Any bed will work, obviously. So it could be blue, green, whatever your choice is. So another thing that we're going to need is a command block, and so I'm going to give that to myself now over a command. So command give at p command block. And it's going to give me one command block right now. And before we start, again, there's three things I wanted to talk about. So the first two are game rules, and then the third one is spawn chunk. So I'm not in my spawn chunk right now. I kind of moved away from where I spawned, but in every world there's a spawn chunk, and there's a lot of videos you can use to help find where it is on your world. But basically, the spawn chunk, it never, loads out, it's always active. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world, it's going to be still loaded in, which is, helpful if you want to be doing this, because if you move away too much and all the command blocks and what I'm going to be showing you, if they're not in that spawn chunk, they're going to get despawned. So definitely want to put it on the spawn chunk, but since I'm not going to be moving away from the spot, I'm going to just do it right here. So, and the other two things are game rules, right? So the first game rule that I'm going to be talking about is game rule do daylight cycle. And this basically controls whether the sun and moon, the sun and moon move or not. So as you can see right now, it is moving, right? And we want to stop that, and we want to change it for ourselves, right? Because we want to make it go slower, or I don't know, if you want to make it go faster or something, that's up to you. Both of the possibilities are given in this video. But for now, we're going to turn it off. So do daylight cycle. I'm going to turn it to false. As you can see, it has stopped moving. Awesome. The next one we're going to be talking about, and the last of these three tips that I wanted to give, is command block output. So game rule command block output. Basically what this does is that it determines whether or not your chat is going to be spammed with command block decisions. So whenever a command block does something, it's going to, type it in chat, and then I mean, what we're going to be doing right now, it's going to be kind of spamming the chat. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to leave it on so you guys see what's happening. But if you're doing this in your own world, make sure to turn it off at the end of this, so it doesn't, you don't have this huge bar at the left, always on, So I'm going to turn that on for now. I'm going to keep that on. And so now onto the video. So what you're going to do is you're going to create a 5 by 5 block of redstone. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, awesome. And then you're going to want to create like 2 lines of redstone out to here. You can make it like 1 or like 5. It doesn't really matter, but I'm just going to do 2 for now, just for the purposes of keeping it handy. And then you can just add redstone repeaters after every block like this. After every two blocks, just like that. That's how it should look like. And then you're gonna add, just to show you what it is before I put the command block down, it's basically like an infinite loop, and it's kind of fast right now. So I'm gonna do 2 clicks on either side, like this, and you wanna reset it. So I'm gonna turn that off. I'm gonna wait, and then I'm gonna put the redstone torch and turn it off. Then you can see this is getting power, like a lot less than it was before. It's not like almost constantly on, which is helpful for the purpose of this video. And then I'll explain how you can modify it later in the video, to your liking. So basically then what we're going to have is we're going to have one command block, and I mean it's going to be really simple. All you're going to type in there is time, add, and then here's going to be your value of how much time you want to add. So for example, 50 is like a pretty good amount. So you can see every time it comes around, it makes it go up, and you can see in the chat, every single time it comes around, it'll come around and it starts adding 50 times. To give you a comparison, here's 500, and so you can see that's a lot more drastic. So I'm going to put it to 1 because we are trying to make it, longer the day. And you can barely see it moving. And of course, you can always change this, right? You can make this faster or slower. There's two possibilities you can do. So if this is not, slow enough for you, you can just add more redstone repeaters and make the entire thing longer, or change these to make them, longer. It's really up to you. So I'm going to make it a little bit more noticeable actually, just, for the next part of the video. All right, so the next part of the video is just going to be sleeping, right? So the main problem with this is that if the sun goes down, right, I can speed it up. So time set night. Right, if I try sleeping, what you're going to notice is that when I wake up, it's still going to be night, and that's because the daylight cycle is not being controlled, right, by the game. It's being controlled by this command right here. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of extra work, but it's not really that much. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks of redstone, and then here too, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I forgot to mention that you're gonna be placing these daylight sensors here too, and one of them is gonna be night, and one of them is going to be for light, right? So you have one for night and one for light, and you're going to place two command blocks right here. And then for the one, corresponding to daytime, you're going to put this to game rule do daylight cycle, and you're going to make that false. And you're going to do this one is going to be game rule do daylight cycle true. And basically you can see in chat, right, it says game rule do daylight cycle true. I mean, it's just saying command set. So if I update this right now, so it's not getting any redstone now, but watch as soon as I turn it back on today and it starts to give power, game rule has been updated to false, right? So I'm gonna add, well, actually we'll just let it do its thing. And as you see, as it goes down, this redstone line is gonna slowly start losing power, and this one's gonna slowly start gaining power. It'll just take a quick second. And then right there you can see game rule due daylight cycle has been updated to true. Now if we look at the moon, right, very closely, you can see that in between these jumps of 500 time, the moon is actually moving, right? You can see it move. So that's basically saying that, the daylight cycle is on again, and then it's doing that in addition to the 500 that I'm adding every single time this goes around. Of course, you can change the number how you like. Unfortunately, uh, this is the easy fix. I mean, I haven't really done the hard fix, that, controls all this, but this is the very easy one to do right here, where unfortunately you're gonna have whatever you have here plus the daylight cycle for nighttime. So it's gonna only be longer days if that's how you want to play it. So I'm gonna add a bed now, and I'm gonna change the time again to night, and then so we can test how it works with sleeping. So moon's out, it's nighttime, I'm gonna sleep. And because the daylight cycle is on, right, when I wake up, it's going to be daytime again, right? So it'll be able to reset it. And then it'll turn off, right? So then you won't see it moving anymore, right? It's not moving because this is now getting power. And because of the way things work, right? So as soon as this gets power, is not the same time that you can sleep, right? So if you're like one of those people that just like constantly, right-clicking on your bed, right, as soon as and then as soon as you can sleep, you just, pop in. It's not going to work because the moment that you can sleep is not the moment that this thing gets full power and that the game rule, turns on. I mean, the daylight cycle turns on again, which means you can sleep. So what you want to do is you just want to make a little reminder here. You want to add another command block and you want to type in, say, you can sleep now or whatever you want to type. And basically what this does is that whenever it gets dark enough, you can see right here it says um, whenever this gets power, it's going to tell you eventually. Huh. Oh, okay. Well, I have to do it again. So I'm going to reset this like that. And then you can say it says you can sleep now, right? So it tells you then when you can sleep. I don't know why I did it so late though. Let me try that again. Time set night. Okay, so it is working. It is working. Okay, so if I sleep again. Yeah, okay, good. We're good. So basically, you want to have this set up, and I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's your that's your days longer thing. That'll make sure that your days are longer. And like I said earlier, if you want to, change it to be even longer, then just make this entire contraption a little bit bigger. If you want to, make it quicker, you can always, make this smaller or make the increments here smaller. And then you can also change this to small. And that's going to make it longer. And then if you want it, to go faster, then you add more numbers. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helps you out in Bedrock. And that's pretty much it. Signing out.